This is KC, and this is End of Prohibition Radio and TV. With the passage of A64 in November by an overwhelming 55% of Colorado voters, A64 actually received more votes than either Obama or Mitt Romney. While the state has approved emergency rules to allow recreational marijuana sales starting in January 2014, A64 also allowed local licensing authorities to opt in or opt out. The measure to opt out was placed into the language to allow cities and counties where voters did not approve of A64 to ban it. It was not meant as a way to allow cities where it was approved by the voters to subvert their will. In Colorado, cities and towns have until October 1st, 2013 to set up their own local rules and regulations. If not, they will fall under the rules and regulations set by the state. Silk, Colorado, the Board of Trustees agreed to delay for a month the decision on to ban or not to ban. Mesa County, Colorado, the Mesa County Commissioners are leaning towards a ban on RMJ. It is possible that the public could show up in force and change their minds. In Greeley, Colorado, Weld County is the third largest agricultural region in the United States of America. But local lawmakers are opposed to new RMJ businesses. Not to ban. Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Glenwood Springs City Council is moving forward to allow RMJ within city limits next year. Mayor McKinley was quoted as saying, "It's pretty clear how our community felt on this. I'm all for moving forward." Tip of the hat. Carbondale, Colorado. Carbondale, Colorado Town Council will ask local voters to approve an additional 5% sales tax on RMJ in November. "I can see it creating a black market if the tax is too high," said trustee Alan Harvey. In Steamboat Springs, Colorado, last week the city of Steamboat Springs began crafting their own rules for RMJ within city limits. In Arvada, Colorado, the city passed a moratorium on new RMJ until March 2014. This week in local news, we take an in-depth look at the recent decisions by the City Council of Colorado Springs to just say no to the voters and new RMJ businesses. On a 5-4 split, Don Knight, Val Schneider, Andy Pico, Merv Ben, and Joe Miller voted to ban RMJ. When a select few can overturn a local approved measure, the fabric of America is torn.
For us to move forward with this is not a responsible move from an economic development point of view, and I think there's extreme risk. And with that in mind, I move the approval of the opt-out ordinance.
The precincts within my district, only 4 out of 20 voted for Amendment 64. That's a pretty significant thing. So I absolutely will respect the vote of the people in District 6.
I can't support legislation or activity which would violate federal law.
I want to watch the city of Denver as they work to regulate and to see how that turns out. And maybe, yes, we could bring this back to Colorado Springs. If this motion does not pass, it doesn't mean that it can't come back.
Studio A64 would like to send a special thanks to Jan Martin, Jill Gabler, Helen Collins, and Keith King for supporting the voters. To watch the full statements of each city council member, please see the description below. Rise and shine, America. Lady Liberty marches on.
Upon you today rests the great responsibility to show my generation, the people of Colorado, and the people of the entire United States that their vote still counts.
And if we're a free and competitive country, why take away an entrepreneurial citizen's inherent right to profit in a business that has been voted legal by the majority of the citizens in the state in which he resides?
To those who have already been vocal about opting out, were you really taught with equity about cannabis, or were you taught to fear it? Did you ever receive education about our vital endocannabinoid system in our human body?
To talk about your opt-out decision as the only way to go is certainly, I think, eliminating a lot of the other benefits that can come with moving forward the will of the voters.
Despite my lifelong principle of believing in free markets and individual liberties, I urge you today once again to opt out. This is a jobs killer. To me, a moratorium is kicking the can down the road. I don't know what more you can know in 6 or 12 months that you don't know today.